What's up, guys? Welcome back to Tabletop Vibes. Today we're taking a look at Distilled by Paverson Games. Jason, what did you think?
This is a fantastic game. It lives up to the hype that was at Gencon. So much fun to play. You own a defunct distillery, and you are trying to craft spirits and sell them at the market for top spirit points, victory points.
Right.
And whoever has the most at the end wins.
Right. You were handed a defunct distillery.
Yep.
What a great family you live in.
Exactly. So basically, each turn, you are going to have a market in front of you. And the idea is that you need to pull some ingredients so you can actually make your liquor.
Yeah.
So you're going to be pulling at least 2 basic ingredients. So these can be something simple like water and yeast and some sort of sugar. And there's 3 different types of sugar. There's plant, there's fruit sugars, and rye sugars.
Rye sugar,
yep. And then there's some bottles, the barrels that you can also purchase.
Well, and there's bottles.
And there's bottles, yeah. And so then you take these, so that's the first part of your turn. You can also pay in the premium market, a lot more expensive, but you can do that as many times as you want. Exactly, but you can do as much as you want to get more cards that turn.
Yeah, because the initial play, you only can take 2 from the line. From the basic, you must take 2 from the top. Right. And then buying in the premium world and dabbling in that world, you can take as much as you can afford.
Right. And so we forgot to mention, so it's take 1 at a time. So as you go around, and then if you take from the premium, it gets replaced. So another person might get something else. You can also buy upgrades for your distillery.
Yeah, those are very helpful.
Yeah. And bottles and upgraded barrels.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I bought a super cool upgrade. Well, at least I thought it was a super cool upgrade. Because as we go and talk about this more, you're selling your spirits or alcohol, and or you can also age your alcohol, which then it tastes better sometimes. Sometimes.
Well, he skipped step 2.
I did skip step 2.
Step 1, make the alcohol. Step 2. And step 3, profit. That's kind of what we did here.
Right.
So we should probably describe what step 2 is.
Yeah,
so.
Step 2, what you're going to do is you have a list on your boards, which we'll show, of all the different alcohol that you can create.
Right, it's your flight.
It's your flight, right? And the cool part is there's a bunch of these to choose from. You can start with the basic vodka, moonshine, whatever, and then you can also get a bunch of different other ones where you can flip it over and do really hard ones.
Right.
So yeah, you get which one you're going to do after you have drafted your cards, and then you always have to have water, yeast, and a sugar, right? So depending on what you want to make, you have to try to have those ingredients after you
to start
skim from the top and skim from the bottom.
To start it, you have to have that to brew it. And the nice thing is that when you have the water, you have the yeast, you put a sugar in. For every sugar you put in, you get an alcohol, because that's what you're making.
That's what you're making.
So you get an alcohol card. So you can put as many as you want in, but you need at least those 3 cards.
Right.
You shuffle it all together.
This is my favorite part.
And then you pull from the top and you pull from the bottom, because in distillation, you can't use the top and you can't use the bottom.
And those go back into your pantry for later use.
Right. So now you don't have everything you started with. So now you reveal your hand and try to determine what you can make based on the recipes that you know of what you can make.
Right.
So if you pulled really well, that's fantastic.
Or did you stack your deck enough to not trip?
Right. But if you pulled poorly, now you can't make the thing you wanted to. But if you overload too much in your hand, then you're wasting resources.
Right, exactly.
So there's this balance RNG factor that's really cool.
And the fun part is, if you did pour poorly, you always can make moonshine.
You can always make moonshine, yes.
Which is just fun, which is great. Exactly. The other cool portion is when and after you have pulled the top and the bottom and you reveal what you have, each one of your cards, or a lot of the cards in there, have a money sign, and then not so much money you're also collecting. And if you have any victory points, you get those then
some are victory points,
And then you get victory points or money based on what spirit you sold.
Exactly. So basically, I mean, this is classic, but the more difficult to create, the more in demand it's going to be, and the more victory points it's going to be.
Yep.
But you have another option, and that other option is to age the alcohol. So
it's enticing.
Yes, it's much more harder to do, especially with the other ones, the more difficult ones, because you need specialized barrels. But you can take it, and you basically put it into your aging parlor,
barrel,
the place in your distillery where you're aging, whatever that's called.
The aging room.
Let us know in the comments what that's called, because we don't know.
It's an aging room.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
confirm that's what that is. So you could put up to 2 spirits in your aging room.
Barrels.
Yes.
Yep.
And every turn, well, so the first turn you're going to get a flavor card. And that flavor card is going to be upside down. You're not going to know what it is.
Yeah.
Every turn afterwards, you're going to get more flavor cards. And so this is going to build up. So when you go...
Up to 5.
Up to 5. Well, you can do more than 5, but
there's no point.
There's no point. Once you get to 5, sell it. Yeah. And then when you sell it, you get more victory points based on how many flavor cards.
Maybe.
You have the flavor cards.
Well, yeah, but those flavor cards might not be flavorful.
Yeah, they might not be flavorful, but you still get points basis off.
Yeah.
And then you might make money, maybe.
Or you pull that your flavor is a old shoe.
Exactly. But that's the fun part about it.
Right.
Because when you're revealing this, you could be like, my alcohol has a sweet aroma of honey
and a tire
with a finish of tire. You know?
Right, like because it could fail because when you age, you have an option to it might not be great.
Right, but you can still sell it and you still get victory points and money.
Yeah,
So
I mean the theme just comes through like crazy.
Yeah.
Like, because like what Jason was saying, when you're flipping the flavor cards over and reading it out, and you're like, "Hey, we're about to find out. We're gonna unpop this thing and then see what it's all about."
Right,
and then it's either really super awesome or not, or somewhere in the middle, and it just pours in. There's my word again. Pours in. Yeah. The theme just comes through so amazing.
Absolutely. So some other mechanics to be aware of this game. So the alcohol cards you get can be used for yeast or water each turn.
Dual wield cards.
So you get a little bit of the more sugars you put in, the potential more options you get later on. Each person will have a special ability. Yes. So at the start of the game, you get 2 cards. Pick one. Yeah. You can do a variety of different things.
It's super fun. There is a ton of characters to pick from. They all have cool historical and have fun backstories. So like mine was like some old lady from I don't know Oklahoma, and my signature drink was brandy, straight brandy.
There you go. Yeah, mine was a set of twins, but I don't remember.
Yeah, but you had a gin. Was your signature.
Gin, yeah, that's the thing. So everyone gets a signature. That's a unique recipe that only you can make, but you have to unlock the ingredient to do that.
It sits next to you. The cool part is when you do make your drinks
and sell them,
you get a little tile that says that you made your drinks. There's a limited amount of these, and what you can do with these is upgrade your distillery, buy an item, unlock your signature, and so it adds this like you're always constantly gaining, even if you're not like getting the best drink that you've ever made or anything like that.
Right, but they are limited, so you can still sell. You can still sell the drink and get the points.
You just won't be able to upgrade.
So it is first come first serve on this one.
Yeah, because Jason ended up making what was it? Oh, the Z drink or whatever. I don't know. It was the green drink or whatever, and I finally got to making it at the end of the game, and he already bought them all and made them all. So I didn't get to upgrade anything, but I still got to sell for points.
Right. So let's talk about endgame. So this game goes for 7 turns.
Right.
So you can basically go through these patterns in 7 turns, and it kind of starts, standard. The first turn is just going to be your basic, not going to be able to do much.
Right.
And by the end, you're doing a whole bunch of stuff, doing lots of trades, doing lots of mixing, and doing lots of stuff. And then at the end, so you're going to be accumulating points as you go along.
Right.
And then at the end, you sum up those points, you sell all the remaining alcohol you can sell, and then you have some secret goals that were down the whole time.
Yeah,
that can make and break the game.
Yeah, so I would have won, and I didn't first game, but I didn't realize one of my goals, and Jason ended up winning the game, and then our other buddy who played as well, Jason won by $1.
Yep, $1, a tiebreak.
Tiebreak dollar.
These secret goals, there are a lot of have the most, be tied for, have different ones of different regions. So, they're general. Then, and we didn't play with them, but I think next time we definitely will, because it adds some additional little mechanics that are public goals. So, first to buy 5 bottles.
The cool thing about the bottle thing is you can buy bottles that when you sell them, they're tailored to the drink that, or the region of the drink that you're making, giving you more money or more victory points when you sell.
And you get...
they're one and done, though.
And they're one and done, but you hold on to them as your collection because they are worth endgame victory points for sets.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other thing I'm going to touch upon about aging is... The fun part about aging is the maximizing your points, but you don't make any money in the turn you decide to age. So,
or as long as you have it there.
Or as long as you have it there. Right. So, like, there's this, like you were saying, it's just like tug-of-war RNG. Like, do I instant gratification and make a bunch of money that I can see, or wait and hope that I make a ton of points and a ton of money in 4 or 5 turns from now.
Absolutely. And this game has lots of legs to grow. I mean,
Yeah.
we're using all these terms here now.
We are. It's like we're Pun City.
Not planned. We're just coming up
No,
with it.
this is straight off the dome.
So they already released an expansion for it. It's the Middle East.
Yes.
So they put in some different sugars. They put in different people, different recipes. So and they can just keep going with this for different regions,
Right.
and it just adds a lot of fun and a lot of replayability. And you're really not going to get too bored with this. I mean, there's a lot here.
And there is a lot of player interaction because you're
yeah.
excited to see what someone else is going to drink or make or fail to make, because that's always fun. You're like, you see the person shuffle their thing and they're like Jason was like, if I pulled the wrong card, I'm going to lose. And then you see him like, oh, phew.
Yep.
And then off the bottom, okay, we're good.
Okay, but you can't, like I said, you don't have all those upgrades for your distillery, so that can help you mitigate risk.
Right.
And
either you can, you can either get like I went the way of instant stuff. So like I started every turn with gaining a water or yeast, and I gained $1 every turn. My other upgrade was that I could put in 2 flavor cards for my very first time aging with that.
Right. So my main upgrade, I had a couple of, but my main upgrade was when I pull the 2 cards, I can decide to put 1 back.
See, that
was awesome because I didn't have to worry so much about getting
pulling the wrong thing. Yeah, that I feel like I should have went that way, but
at the end, I think we were all about 3 or 4 points from each other. I mean, it was really
we were all
close.
within 5.
Yeah, it was really really close.
And the cool other part we were talking about when we were after we ended is you don't know where anybody's at.
Nope.
And we forgot to mention this too. You can sell victory points for money.
Oh, yes. So if you're in a tight spot, at the end of every round, you can sell up to 4 victory points for 4 money. So, and sometimes not even a tight spot. Sometimes you're looking and go, I'm in a good condition, but man, I'm going to be $2 short next turn.
Yeah.
It
helps
really
a ton.
Yeah.
You would like, why would I ever spend money for victory points? But you see...
Or victory points for money.
Yeah. That one. But then you literally, it's a lot of crunching, and like my biggest blunder, which I cracked up, I was like super excited to buy this bottle that did something cool. I did out of sequence, out of turn, $2 short.
Yep.
Is what it is. Lost the game. Yep. It's a ton of fun though.
Yeah, fantastic. Plays up to 5 people.
If you don't drink, I don't drink, and I can still
if you
make
drink,
stuff. If you drink,
you'll like it.
You'll like it.
Yeah, both sides.
It's a blast. Yeah. So if you haven't already checked it out, Distilled, Paverson Games. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment on what the aging room is for spirits and alcohol, and tell us what your favorite drink is, and we'll check you next time.